Hey YouTube, it's Sarah. You found me, and this is Delivering with a Purpose. As you can see, I'm at home. I am not in my car today, and that is intentional. I actually have not filmed a ride-along video for about 2 weeks, and that is because it is time for me to elevate this channel and get more into the purpose of what I intended when I created the channel, which is showing a lot more of community and how the gig community in general is intertwined, and the freedom also of what this community brings. So let me just start out by saying that I know that there are a lot of gig tubers out there who create the kind of ride along video where you're showing your subscribers kind of a day in the life of the restaurants that you're visiting, the types of orders that you're picking up, how much money you're making, and customers that you're interacting with. While I do find value in those types of videos, and I realize that a lot of people that work in the gig community enjoy watching those types of videos and find value from them, it is time for me to differentiate myself from the typical ride-along. And I'll give you a little bit of background why doing that is important to me. I worked in city government for about 15 years, and at the end experienced extreme burnout. And I think that was because I was in an environment where not only was I working kind of under the umbrella of city government and not having a lot of freedom to make my own decisions, but let's just face it, I was inside all day, mostly behind a desk. And although I was getting enjoyment out of training new hires and creating training material, it just wasn't fulfilling, and it was very mundane. And so when I stepped away from city government and found the gig community, it brought me an instant sense of freedom that I had not experienced anywhere else in the workforce. And I do not take that for granted. Also, it's giving me the opportunity to interact with my community, take in the sights of my city every day, enjoy the small things in life like murals and buildings and even just the weather. And like I said, interact with merchants and customers. And no day is ever the same. And I think those are the things that I like about it the most. And so I want to bring more of that to you. I want to bring more of the purpose and the reason that I created this channel to the people who are in my community. And so step one of kind of my evolution is I want to show you more of my city. I want to show you more of the sights and the sounds and the things that are going on, the interactions with the merchants, even the history of some of the restaurants that I'm picking up from. Definitely the events and all of the cool things that are going on personally in the city that I live in, which is Sacramento, California. Phase two, I want to travel. I want to be able to have the freedom to travel, and that is what is so amazing about the gig world is you can work pretty much anywhere. And so I would eventually, in the months to come, like to travel to other cities, probably starting out in California, but I don't want to keep my vision too small. So I could see myself traveling pretty much anywhere within the United States and seeing what gig life is like in those cities. I want to experience those cities' sights. I want to experience the city's culture and the restaurants and the types of interactions that I have with customers in those cities. And frankly, what type of apps work in other cities? Are some more popular than others? Can I still make good money in other cities? And I want to bring those experiences to you so you can also see how this community is so intertwined from city to city. And then phase 3, which is what I'm probably the most excited about, and probably the reason why I decided to even call this channel Delivering with a Purpose, is I really want to focus on the community aspect of the gig economy. And I know that many of us probably don't think about it on a regular basis, but working in customer service, which that is what we are doing as gig workers, we are extremely intertwined. The experience that a customer or a merchant has with a gig worker affects the experience that the next gig worker that walks in is going to have with that merchant or customer. And so I want to come out to you and talk to you in your cities, ask you some questions, maybe ride along with you while you're on a shift, and we can talk about the ins and outs of your city. What works for you? The types of interactions that you have with your merchants. Tips on things that you think, could work out better as a gig worker, or things that are going really amazing that you might want to pass on to other people. And I just want to enjoy your city. Let's be honest. I want to get out there and travel, see new sights. I want to meet new merchants, experience new restaurants, and deliver to new customers. So my channel will be going through a little bit of a metamorphosis period, which I am so excited about. So if you are subscribed here, I hope that you will stay along with me on this journey. I will be bringing you a lot more sights and sounds of my city, but let's face it, I'm a gig worker, and so you're still gonna see my deliveries. You're gonna see my day in the life activity, but we're not gonna focus so much on the doorsteps and the dollar amounts, and more about the experience. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much. I am excited to bring this new content to you. I'm excited to explore not only what gig has to offer as far as freedom and hustle and work ethic, but also excited to bring more cities and more experiences to this community so we can all see what's going on out there, because it is very intertwined. So thank you so much for being here today. As you can tell, I am super excited for this next chapter. I'm actually in the stages of working on a new intro for my videos, and just really excited about bringing the new content to you that I have in the wheelhouse. So most importantly, I want to hear from you. You've heard my mission, you've heard what I have coming up in the pipeline. Please give me all your ideas down in the comments. What would you like to see different that you're not finding on YouTube to show you about the ins and outs of the gig world? Do you want to see more about, like I said, other cities and other hustles? Let's not limit ourselves. So if you have an idea that follows along the lines of what I'm talking about, or if you want me to come and visit you in your city, let's start talking about that. I would love to get that in the works to be able to experience more of what this gig life can bring. So thank you so much for being here with me today. The next time you see me, I will most likely be in my car, and I look forward to what's coming in 2023 and 2024 and beyond. I'm going to be out here in these streets. I'm going to be hustling, delivering, but I'm also going to be enjoying what the community has to offer. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I will see you next time.